Welcome to this channel, Amazing Facts. Today we are sharing another interesting facts about ants. 10 fascinating and amazing facts about ants. One of the most prevalent pests found in homes and businesses are ants. Entomologists and scientists continue to investigate the more than 10,000 known species of ants that can be found all over the world. Ants are a truly fascinating animal. Don't think so? 10 facts about ants that will definitely change your mind are listed below. 1. Ants are extremely strong. Yes, that is what you read. Ants have incredible strength. They can carry anywhere from 10 to 50 times their own body weight. The species of an ant determines how much it can carry. For instance, the Asian weaver ant can lift 100 times its own weight. Why are ants so resilient? This astonishing strength is a consequence of their little size, in all honesty. According to research from Arizona State University, ants' muscles have a greater cross-sectional area in relation to their body size than those of larger animals. This indicates that they can exert more force. 2. Ants have no lungs. Ants cannot accommodate a complex respiratory system like ours because of their small size. Instead, they use their own breathing mechanisms to move oxygen around their bodies. Which way do ants breathe? Spiracles, which are a series of holes on the sides of an ant's body, are where they take in oxygen. A network of tubes connects the spiracles and aids in oxygen distribution to nearly every body cell. The movement of an ant helps oxygen flow through the tubes, and the carbon dioxide it releases also exits through those tubes. 3. Ants have no ears. Ants do not have ears like rats or other rodents do. However, they are not deaf as a result. What makes ants hear? Ants hear through vibrations, which they use to find food or as an alarm signal. Ants hear by picking up vibrations in the ground through the subgenual organ, which is below the knee. 4. The world is home to a lot of ants. When describing the current number of ants, the term "a lot" is an understatement. For perspective, it is estimated that there are approximately 1 million ants for every human on the planet. Ants have basically taken over the entire world. Every continent has at least one native ant species, with the exception of Antarctica, the Arctic, and a few islands. Ted Schultz, an entomologist, claims that the global presence of ants is arguably the greatest success story in the history of terrestrial metazoa. 5. Some species of ants are asexual. Some Amazonian ants have chosen to reproduce through cloning rather than the traditional method. According to reports, the queen ants copy themselves in order to genetically produce daughters, leaving the colony devoid of male ants. 6. Ants are farmers. You might be asking, what? However, it is true that, in addition to humans, only ants will farm other animals. Ants will feed on other insects in the same way that we raise cows, sheep, pigs, chicken, and fish for food. Aphids are the most common example of this. In order to maintain a steady supply of honeydew, ants will shield aphids from natural predators and shelter them in their nests from heavy rain. 7. Ants are multicellular. That is correct, ants have 2 stomachs, not because they are avaricious. One of their stomachs is for holding nourishment for their own utilization, and the subsequent one is to hold food to be shared with other ants. An ant colony can function extremely effectively thanks to this process, which is known as trophallaxis. It makes it possible for the ants who hunt for food to feed the ones who stay behind and take care of the queen and the nest. 8. Ants are good swimmer. Depending on the species, not all ants can swim. They are still learning the butterfly and breaststroke, but they can use their own version of the doggy paddle to survive in the water and float for long periods of time. Simply put, ants are remarkable survivors. In addition to being able to hold their breath underwater for extended periods of time, they will construct flood-resistant lifeboats. Fire ants can be particularly dangerous when they do this. 9. Ants create slaves. Although it may sound odd, please bear with us. Slaves-making ants are the name given to a few species of ants, such as Polyergus lucidus. They capture the inhabitants of nearby ant colonies and force them to work for them. This procedure is referred to as slave raiding. Slave-making ants have the ability to parasitize a single species or a group of related species that are frequently close relatives of that species. While the slave-making workers will only focus on increasing their workforce, the captured ants will function as if they were in their own colony. 2 types of slave-making ants are available: permanent social parasites and slave makers with facultative. While facultative slave makers do not rely on the enslaved ants throughout their lives, permanent social parasites do. 10. Ants have existed as long as dinosaurs. Ants appeared for the first time around 130 million years ago, according to a Harvard and Florida State University study. They survived the Ice Age and the Cretaceous Tertiary (K/T) extinction, which killed the dinosaurs. Thanks for watching. Hope that you liked this video. You may share and subscribe the channel for more upcoming interesting videos.